Welcome everybody to the Fan Shield 120. We're here in Phoenix, Arizona, ready to get this one underway. Here again at Phoenix Speedway, or whatever they call this place. You can see this is the old configuration with the old, without the dog leg, really. The old config. We'll see how this one all works out. But again, welcome to the Phoenix Raceway. I'm your host, T-Man, as we get myself centered up. Very excited to see what tonight potentially has in store for us. D2 was kind of a wake-up call into what could be in show for tonight. We saw a great fuel strategy battle to the end. Very entertaining. So let's go ahead and get quickly into our pre-race, different stories and all that fun stuff. A lot to talk about. Just got to make sure everything's all working good. Get told by my producers. But, you know, Phoenix, one of my favorite tracks. It's not. I actually not too big of a fan of this racetrack, but the racing that we saw just earlier today in the WeatherTech series was definitely helpful in my hopes for tonight. We saw that the cars ended up racing pretty well. There was a lot of sending in the first half, but the fuel mileage race, that's going to be a big topic heading into tonight. So let's go ahead and get into our pre-race stories. First one, of course, is S-Rank Motorsports winning the first 3 races. This is kind of crazy. I'm not even going to lie. But, of course, I mean, S-Rank Motorsports has won every race so far in the main series. We have TCT winning the Daytona 200 with a big wreck at the end. Saturn winning at Auto Club and then doing that awesome flip right here. And then lands it. That was crazy. And then Coma winning last week at Las Vegas by about 3 seconds. So S-Rank Motorsports is on fire. This week, not looking so strong. I mean, all the drivers are pretty close to each other in terms of times, but, you know, they're all not the fastest cars on track. CHFan, Evento were all pulling times similar to what we saw from Coma in that whole group. So, unfortunately, CHFan will not be able to make it. We'll see if he maybe joins in late. But Evento should be able to make it. You can actually see him practicing right now. He's got an awesome scheme. And so we'll see if S-Rank Motorsports continues the streak and wins 4 races in a row here in the Sunoco Cup Series. Well, talking about Las Vegas, excuse me, let's go over the Las Vegas results. Coma, of course, winning. CHFan having a good result. Remember in the pre-race show last week, we talked about how he's had a kind of a slow start to the season. But, you know, last week, getting second place, was right there with TCT, who finished third. CHFan's getting right back to his former self. Fourth place is Saturn. Fifth place, rounding out the top 5, top of the hour. Seeing a lot of potential from that 17 car. Sixth place was Ballin. Seventh was Krieger. Eighth was Blaze. Ninth was Pink. And 10th was Bede. And Bede kind of leading the Andretti Motorsports team. And honestly, I mean, I'm kind of surprised how Andretti is kind of not doing awesome so far this season. You know, coming into the season, I thought Andretti was going to be right up there with S-Rank Motorsports, just in terms of start numbers. But so far, it's really just been S-Rank Motorsports that's been dominating. After Bede, you have Dark in 11th, and then Aiden in 12th, and then Evento not finishing in 13th due to that lag. So unfortunately, Evento having a very slow start to the season. He's didn't even qualify for Auto Club, didn't do good in Daytona, and here he is not finishing in Las Vegas. Tonight, though, he is fast. Lag hasn't plagued him all practice, but of course, you never know up until the race. So we'll have to watch Evento and see how he does tonight. Very hopeful for him as we get into our next topic, the track struggles. This track is difficult. We talked about it in D2. This track these drivers just hate this track. You know, the setups and the track itself are just weird. Since this is an older model, you can see the Phoenix logo behind me and how old that kind of is to the new one. You know, this is just weird, right? There's no awesome, perfect line. There's no Coma line, as a lot of drivers call it. So, you know, most drivers are actually kind of on their own to learn this track. And that's kind of exciting in a way, because, you know, even Coma has been struggling in practice, and so maybe we'll see some more competition, but a lot of people struggle here. Turn 1, very hard to get your braking point set right to where the car has speed. Turn 2, it's fine, it's full throttle. And then 3 and 4, such a big corner. It's hard to get the car to do anything there, and it's almost flat. So there's a lot of struggles here at Phoenix, but D2 was hopeful. And then let's go into the strategy here. This is going to be a big part. We saw it in D2. That was the whole deciding factor. Ballin able to go as long as possible in the first run, and then as long as possible in the second run, and it worked out brilliantly. Unfortunately, Goose and Jake blew tires, and then everyone else pit for a second time, finished the lap down. This race is 20 laps longer. It's only 20 laps longer, so it is still possible to see these drivers stick it out for as long as possible, but you also got to think about there's more than 6 cars practicing behind me. We're going to probably have a caution or two, and how is the caution going to throw a wrench into the mix? Yummy is going to be the crew chief for S-Rank Motorsports. I'm going to be very interested to see how he strategizes that team and what they're going to do if a caution does, in fact, come out. It's going to be very interesting. And then, of course, the predictions. Who's going to win here at Phoenix? I mentioned Vento. Vento's been very fast at all practice. Right now, I believe he's the fastest car on track. I don't know if Coma maybe already took that, but then in Coma, of course, he's one of the fastest cars. And I haven't seen much from Football Saints. Not too confident in himself, but, Football Saints haven't seen much, and he was fast in his tryouts. And if Top of the Hour shows up, Top has been fast and consistent all week long. And probably going to get a solid performance. It's only a matter of time until he gets his first win. And I'm a little bit early on time this time around. It's 5:09, so we'll just give it another. There it goes, 5:10. We'll have another 5-minute break before qualifying starts. I mean, we could also talk about a couple other things while we're here. There's we tilt this camera around. There's pit lane. This is one little thing that has tricked the drivers. It's not that yellow line. There's 2 lines here. That back yellow line is not where your speed gets controlled by the speed controlling things. I don't know what they're called, but it's that blue line. So drivers gonna have to make sure they know it's the blue line, and they have to go 65 studs per second. It's the slowest so far this season, and it's slower, and it's the slowest by a long shot. I mean, just taking a look at the race analysis here, we'll talk more about it later, but 65 studs per second, that's the slowest it's been in a long time. So these drivers are going to have to get the cars slowed down in time, and then remember that it's the blue line, not the yellow line. So, I mean, that's going to be important for drivers to remember. I don't think we're going to see speeding. This track is pretty slow, so I'll be impressed to see if there's any people speeding or not. There's a couple of one-off schemes for this week. Bede's running a one-off, Saturn, TCT, Avento, Top of the Hour, all running different schemes. We'll take probably a look at them in qualifying, but up until qualifying starts in 4 minutes, we'll go on a short break. Stay tuned. Qualifying is going to be coming up next. Oh, didn't mean to click that one, but qualifying coming up next. Stay tuned. It's just in another 4 minutes. Welcome everybody to the Fan Shield 120 qualifying, getting back, or just starting. Sorry about that. We're underway for qualifying here at Phoenix. Everyone getting lined up and ready to go, bumper to bumper. That's going to break some people's speeds. Hope you're all enjoying the day as we get started. It looks like Bede's going to be out first. Gotta yell at Alpha to get the timer. There he goes. Okay. Alright, welcome everybody to qualifying. Bede's going to be up first. Whew. Just got scared that we were going to have the timer count for Bede. That would have been tragic. Alright. Same as always, 2 laps for each driver. Bede's going to be up first. Who's up next? Goose is up next. I'll swap that for the race, I swear. Bede second lap, a 27 flat. We'll see how good that is. Again, the times are kind of all over the place. Goose's first lap, a 27.5. We'll see what he can do on his second lap. Goose practiced a lot yesterday. And it is also unlikely we have last chance qualifiers. Again, that's only if we have more than 13 drivers show up. I think we only have 10 right now. So, Goose second lap of 27.358. It is an improvement, but not enough. Saturn's first lap of 26.829. Those are more of the times what we saw in practice. Although, fastest times we saw in practice was 26.7s. 26.829 final time for Saturn. You can see the scheme on that one. I gotta step away for a moment, but Saint's up next. Saints, a 26.858 final time. As top of the hour sets their first time, and this is their scheme, the Nickelodeon 17. I'm not sure if this is going to be the new primary for top or not, but at least it's a one-off for today. First lap of 26.9. Second lap at 26.850. Dark's first lap at 27.158. Then Trooper on deck. Dark having a little bit of a slow start to the season as well. Although, I mean, he's a rookie. 26.963. Trooper up next. 26.983 from him on his first. We'll take a look at his second. You know, Trooper, for the start that he's done, finished 4th at Auto Club. That was the only start so far, I believe, unless I have severely forgotten something. But had a pretty good run there at Auto Club, and it's going to stay in 4th here. It's Coma up next. Top of the board, of course, a 26.763, and I don't think anyone's going to beat that time. Still not the fastest for Coma this week. He's been trying to get 26.5s all week. This is one of his least favorite tracks to run at, and everyone already is kind of iffy about the cars. Surprised I don't see a Vento. And 7:13 final time. Up next, TCT. He's running a one-off for the Blocks. Was it Bloxy Energy? Rox Energy, sorry. It's a one-off for this race. Very nice. TCT's first lap, a 7:63. Second time in the 7 range. Can TCT find an improvement here? Maybe take pole away from his team owner? No, no improvement from TCT. Vento currently struggling with the internet, and we were just talking about this in the pre-race show. Vento hadn't struggled with internet all season. Had great internet in rack yesterday, but so far today, he hit 13,000 ping. That is 13 seconds of delay. Vento running a one-off as well. He's running this beautiful Hoonigan Mountain Dew Code Red car. And oh, there's the lag spike right there. If Vento can get this internet under control, and oh boy. Not so bad through 1 and 2. Again, he was one of the fastest cars in practice. I'm going to predict he gets second or third right here. Ooh, it's going to be an awkward entry into 3. It goes way out wide. He's going to have one more lap as he gets into the wall. I don't think it really mattered. It's 27-2. One more lap for Vento, and he'll be the last one to qualify, I believe. So 10 drivers. It's going to be less than before, and Vento misses the breaking point again. So a much better lap, but still, this one's going to be pretty low down on the board, and it wasn't even an improvement. 27.288 for Vento. And that wraps up qualifying. Coma takes pole, TCT in second, and Saturn third. S-Ring Motorsports locking up the front 3 spots, so it seems like they're still on fire. All right, we'll take a short break, and we'll be right back in just a moment. And stay tuned. The race coming up real quick. Welcome everybody for the Fan Shield 120. We're getting everyone lined up and ready to race. So everyone will get into their cars and ready to go in just a moment. We can see them all getting ready here at the spawn area. We'll go over your starting lineup here shortly. Welcome everybody to Phoenix Raceway. Woo, as we get ready for what could be an interesting race tonight. I'm your host, T-Man, and welcome to the broadcast booth as we get everyone into their cars and ready to go. And while they all learn how banking works, let's go over your starting lineup with, of course, Coma taking pole. He chooses the outside lane for today. We'll see how well that works out for him. TCT getting in second, so it's an S-Rank Motorsports, 1, 2, and then 3 with Saturn in row 2. Top of the hour sitting on the outside in 4th, so I mean, not too surprising. Top's been very fast all practice, so he rounds out in 4th. Row 3, it's a couple of underdogs. Football Saints, or Bob, however you want to call him, and Trooper. Trooper, again, only saw him once at Auto Club and then was quite the threat indeed as everyone else continues to get lined up. Row number 4, Beat and Dark Andretti takes row 4. Oh, I think, is Blaze here? Look at that. We got Blaze in here, too. All right, so Andretti Motorsports, row 4. Dark and Bead. Row 5, Avento, just like with that lag, uncontrollable lag, unfortunately puts him back here. Uh-oh. Puts him back here. Why is this break? Anyway, he's back there in row 5. And then Goose. And then rounding out the field is, of course, Blaze. Making sure everyone's here, ready to go, and then we'll start pacing, and there we go. I knew I was missing a stream. Not a lot of POVs tonight. Coma and Dark playing our 2 POV people of the day. Whoa, cars got loud. I guess that's what happens when there's a big group. So again, let's take a look at the race information for today. 120 laps, 120 miles. Pretty simple on the stat sheet. Oh, that's unfortunate. If you want to tune into the Altcast, there is an Altcast. It's on this channel for today. I forgot to switch over the accounts, and I do not have enough time to do that now. But pit window, this is arbitrary. 40 to 45 is what we might run for pit window. We could see these guys going 80 laps potentially, and that's when the fuel runs out. But tires are down in the teens when the fuel runs out. So, and actually, I think TCT was in the single digits when he went down that low. So, fuel window is going to be all over the place. Yummy not going to be doing any of the strategy apparently for S-Rank Motorsports. So that's going to be interesting to watch. Pace car heads in. As TCT and Coma get to the restart line. We are underway here at Phoenix. And already 3 wide. TCT did not get a good start on that inside. He drops back to 4th. Saturn, though, with a good start. Ooh, TCT under that line, gets it caught back going. And Coma, of course, will lead lap number 1. And then that blank car will be Blaze, by the way. Blaze making a last-second appearance on an alt. So it looks like Saturn's going to be able to break away from the pack, and TCT is going to lead it. Football Saints up to 4th, and top of the hour back to 5th. They are almost, looks like 4 wide back here, all the way in the rear of the pack. A little bit of contact back there, but everyone's mostly single file so far. Avento up to 6th place. Avento going through the field. Oh, actually getting into the wall there out of turn 4. As everyone fans by the front straightaway. Como will continue to start pulling a gap. As now half a second on Saturn, about a second on TCT. Saints just hanging out right behind. Oh, maybe top of the hour looking down to the inside. Avento's here, and Avento wants to get to the front as fast as he can. Don't want Como pulling away. And ooh, Saints gets a little bit of a bump from top of the hour, and top's going to go around on the inside. So, Avento up a position, top able to hold off, I guess. A little bit of smoke towards the rear of the pack. It's Goose making his way up front. And you can tell Blaze had 0 practice here. He is 6 seconds back, 6 laps in, almost 7. Top of the hour, it looks like gaining some speed here on, TCT actually was able to get past Saturn. Now Saturn's going to be with top of the hour. So this kind of pack's starting to reform together. Oh boy, I thought they were going to go 3 wide there. Saturn goes on the inside. It's going to go past his S-Ring Motorsports teammate. And no crew chief for those for that team. Yummy busy with other doings. So, I mean, they're kind of up to themselves. I think TCT had a good plan, as Goose gets a warning for sending him already. Saw it a lot in D2. And Alpha making sure the behavior does not continue here in D1. Top of the hour and TCT side by side as Saturn clears for for 2nd place, not for 4th. Bento holding on to 5th in front of his, I don't think that's his teammate, but in front of Bob. So this is going to be a pretty spread out race, I say that for sure. 5 seconds from the front 10. And of course Blaze 10 seconds back just because of that practice. Lack of practice, I should say. Ooh, some smoke. Drivers getting into the wall here on the exit of 4. That's one of the problem areas for getting into the wall. It's just very easy for the car to go a little bit too far on exit and then hit that wall. Not too much of an issue. We don't have any damage here in AIRL, but, you know, best not to hit the wall. I don't think you get really a speed advantage. Just top sends it in mid-corner on TCT. Gets to that quarter panel, flings them into the wall. And TCT will continue to hold the spot. If you use the wall like that, you get quite the bit of the advantage, but... And then Top apologizing. So, you know, all's good. In this first part of the race, gonna be a little bit boring. We'll try to keep it as entertaining as possible. Ooh, Saints got into the wall back here. That was out of turn 1. Loses some time on Avento. We still watch the battle here for third place. TCT and Top trying to get on by. And TCT trying to defend the position, of course. Ooh, goes pretty wide out of turn 1 here. He's going to give up that inside. Ooh, a little bit of a cut down, a little bit of contact. But Top's going to be clearing for third, but can TCT get a switchback? No, Top holds it right on that yellow line. But they had a slow corner. Now Avento's here to gonna ruin the party. Ooh, TCT that time's gonna push down Avento. Oh no, they get caught up on the wall, and Avento's gonna go around. Can he save it? No, caution comes out. Whoa, Goose is gonna go, and he's gonna. Oh, Goose causes a second incident as well. We'll have to take a look at that. Como's gonna get the race back. Goose up into the grass, and they'll stop here at the dog leg. That's turn 2. And so, first caution here on lap 16. It'll be interesting to see how the drivers play this one on strategy. So let's go ahead and take a look at the replay. So again, we'll be watching TCT, the purple car, and Avento. There's a little bit of contact here, and then they both just go flying up towards the wall. And now I thought Avento was going to keep turning here, but they just run out of room. So that first initial contact caused by TCT, and then they just both ran out of room, and Avento goes spinning. And then Goose right here dives low and then shoots back up onto the racetrack in front of Trooper, causes himself to spin there. So we'll try to get an angle on that. So Avento bringing out the first caution of the day. Let's take a look at what happened to Goose here. So dives in on the inside and then boom, right in to Trooper. Trooper didn't get too much from that, and Goose was really only the one that lost time, so kind of self-serving. Ooh, slurring my words a little bit here. But self-serving penalty for Goose, and oh boy, this is going to be an awkward pit road to watch. And Alpha's still reviewing this incident. I don't think there's going to be any blame put on anybody. But, well, of course, it's going to be Alpha's decision. And warning for TCT and then self-serving for Avento. That's what it's going to be marked as. And we'll take another look at it. TCT kind of came down. That's what the warning is going to be for, is for that contact right there. And then Avento just coming back up the racetrack. It's going to be self-serving for him. I mean, he's going to lose a bunch of positions anyway. Man, I can't believe they missed him. Pit road will be open. There is 6 pit availabilities or wherever they are. Be interesting to see how drivers play this strategy. But it looks like everyone's going to come in this time. And, oh, we got a speeder on pit road. That'll be a grid drop for the top of the hour. You can see the chaos that it is on pit road. Of course, with that first pit stall. And yeah, there's the penalty. You can see it there. Top of the hour is going to get a penalty for speeding on pit road. Yeah, there is still penalties for speeding even under caution. Well, actually, interesting move here by Dark. He's going to be first off pit road. And here comes everybody else. Oh, the server lags big time. And you can see everyone come across almost at the same time. So Dark on a short stop is going to take the lead. And they'll choose this time. You can see the start-finish line there. We're a little bit early. So where will Dark choose? Dark chooses the inside, interestingly enough. I mean, we'll see how well that works out for him. It didn't work out good for TCT. Of course, that might have been just team orders from Coma. If you want to get a second look at the stream and at the race, usually you can find the Altcast on the Team and Sports channel, which is linked in the description below. But right now, for this race and this race only, the Altcast is on the same channel as this one. So unintentional, did not mean to do that, but Altcast is on the Team and channel if you want to watch it. Of course, Coma and Dark, both on the front row with their own POVs. Otherwise, you know, other drivers that have their own POVs. Pink, if Alpha ever races, he has one. And Aiden also has one. So, again, Dark is the control car, and we are underway! And, there he goes. Alpha a little bit late on the green button there, but a good start for Dark. He's able to go out in front and lead as it's chaos behind him. Evento going 3 wide. Oh boy. They're going 4, 5 wide on the exit there. Oh my goodness. 5 wide on the exit. Evento looking to get as many spots here as possible. Is going to go up to second place. Trooper. Oh, Evento coming up on the racetrack and got in the bead. No big incident there, but oh my goodness. What a start, and Evento immediately down to the inside. Here comes Trooper on the inside. Evento's going to get the run out of the corner as Dark is going to get shoved into the wall, and oh boy. There's still 3 wide back here now. 4, 5 wide again. This is an insane restart, and oh, they're getting caught up on each other towards the back. They're still going. Dark's going to go all the way to the front to the back as Trooper and Evento continue the battle for this lead. They're going insane back there. Things start to finally calm down just a couple laps after the restart. And Trooper takes the lead. Oh, TCT going pretty out wide. Vento will take second place. Third place, Coma, who leads the pack. Man, those cars don't sound very good. Evento keeping it down low. Trooper up high, almost into the wall. Evento takes the lead for the first time tonight. What can Trooper do to try to take this one back? And, ooh, we just saw that in the rear. Goose just sent it in on Coma. Coma got into the wall, and oh, Coma's not too happy. Showing a little bit of feedback. And oh, we got the car around Trooper. And oh, top of the hour as well. As Goose had another moment there with top. And our second caution comes out. And this one we're going to have to take a look at pretty closely. So let's take a look at the replay. Keep your eye on the 23. That's that red card on the back. Oh, it looked like it came up into TCT. And then that just spun him around. I mean, let's take a look farther back. So TCT bounces off the wall. And then, oh, Bob kind of bounced off of Bede there, who was coming up the racetrack. So Saints didn't really do much there. Kind of just got floating around. Let's see. I mean, there's a little bit of contact there with Saints that got TCT into the wall. This one's going to be a racing incident for my opinion. We'll see what Alpha says. And then Goose gets a push into the grass here and then flies up into top, it looks like. Yeah, and then the car just flies up in the top. So that's what happened there. As we are all unfortunately lined up right here, so the audio is just awesome. But pit road will be open again this time by. We'll have to see if anyone comes in again. Again, under caution for TCT, getting into the wall, got in the Saints, then got into... Yeah, and then there's the racing incident there from Alpha. Alpha giving Coma a warning. And Goose is going to get put to the back. Now, that's going to be for that send that we saw. Yeah, that's going to be for the send here. So, I mean, Coma's there. Just Goose is going to send this one in. That's that white car. Gets a little bit of help from top. And, you know, Coma's going to take exception to that every time. See Goose. I mean, Coma got into the wall, so he's just going to come down, give him a shot. And then the warning is going to be for when he pushes. It's going to be for right here. That contact there is going to be what gives the warning. So pit road will be open. Aventa leads the field. Trooper in second. Coma in third. Goose will be put at the rear of the field. And we'll see if we have any takers. As it's slow motion. And it looks like Saint's going to be the only one coming down pit road. So it'll be really only probably, I'm going to guess, a full stop here for Saints. And there's no damage, so there isn't really a need to come down pit road, but who knows? I mean, strategy, we could go green for the rest of this race, and we'd have no idea. But I'm honestly surprised we made it that long on that restart. I thought we were going to get a caution way earlier due to how everyone was driving. So it looks like we'll choose next time by as Saints gets caught up to the field. We're only an hour into this event. Oh, and Avento lagging. We had a big lag spike there, so yeah. Avento will get caught back up. Oh, what's Saints doing stopping on the racetrack? Yeah, Avento really struggling with lag. They'll choose this time. If Avento can get there. Yeah, there he is. There he goes. I wonder what happened to the other pace car. I like the Viper pace car. Avento takes the outside. Coma dives down low for the inside. TCT and Goose take outside. So it's a pretty even split. Top up there as well. See if Avento can make this one work. So far, both lanes have been pretty well used. And Goose is going to have to go to the back of the field. And asking why. I mean, you know, I have an idea. Avento, the control car, there was a little bit of a controversy last week at Vegas about that one restart and being the control car and all that. Turns out Ballin never went up until the end of the restart zone. So it was a jump by everybody on the inside, and as top of the hour gets a little bit happy. And we are back underway here at Phoenix. I think they really are testing that out. TCT dove it in for 3 wide. That was an aggressive move. Zavento holds on to the lead. Trooper and Top right behind Coma, and TCT behind them. And it's a couple of Andretti cars 3 rows back. Much tamer restart than it was last time, although they still got to be careful. Ooh, Coma got into the grass, slows up the inside lane. It's going to go 3 wide for second place. Trooper ends up just going back. And Coma back up front. It's going to be behind Avento. Is going to have to catch. And right now it looks like Avento might be a little hard to catch. We'll see what Coma can do. Trooper's going to line up back in third. Ooh, Coma dove it in. I almost thought you could get to the Vento's quarter panel there, but couldn't quite get it there in 1 and 2. His Top gets it up to third. Saturn battling for fourth. TCT hanging back in 6th. Vento 3/10 of a lead. Coma. Interesting. Coma's got an interesting line through 1 and 2. It seems like it's not any slower than Avento's, but it looks like it should be. Very vulnerable line, very risky line, I'd almost say. But Coma's going to get a better 3 and 4 here. Yeah, but drifts up the racetrack just that little bit. But he is right there. Oh, this time Avento drives it in. And oh, Avento has to kind of avoid Coma. And Coma will take this lead right away. Avento's going to get stuck on the outside. Top dived it in that time. Not cool. Is it going to work? I can't tell. Still got the inside. I thought Avento was going to be able to clear him. Top, no. It's going to be fighting up here with Coma and Avento. Right on Coma's back bumper. Top. Going to be looking to the inside. Maybe a little bump here. Coma on the brakes. Making sure that car stays on that inside line. And Top clears for second place. Avento falls back to third. Saturn able to clear for fourth. And then Saints hanging back in fifth. Trooper leading the rest of the pack back there. Ooh, and then there goes Avento already trying to take this one back. Ooh, and a lag spike there. Saturn catching up to this group. And honestly, if I'm Avento and Top, I mean, we've seen that they've had Top. I think it's been Top that's really been the driver that says, "Hey, let me go." But I think Avento thinks he's faster. And Avento's probably going to be like, "Hey, Top, let me go." Although I don't know if either of them can catch up to that 18 Toyota, but ooh, Coma into the wall. Past probably is going to have to let off. I think he let off. Top of the hour and Saturn going to be battling here as Avento got to Coma's rear bumper. But Coma's going to start pulling a little bit more away. Saturn dives it in low for third place. Top of the hour goes up the racetrack. It's going to get a little bit of a run, but you really want the inside. Whoa. Looks like Top able to make... Oh, well, that's going to be the wall. But Top able to kind of make the outside work. Saturn maybe with a little bit of lag there. But Coma and Avento breaking away. Saturn trying to go with them. Top looking down to the inside. Saturn left that one wide open. Now Saturn almost goes into the wall. Saints does go into the wall. And oh, Saturn making sure he gets right to that inside lane right away. Doesn't come up as high. Ooh, not clear their top. He had a 23 to your inside, but yeah, Saturn on a great season so far for being a rookie. Like if we just take a look at, I don't have any graphic for it, but Coma currently leading the points. Saturn is right there, hanging around in second place. Has been very consistent this season. So far, has been in the top 5 all races so far. And you know, if Coma wasn't so just dominant, probably could see Saturn maybe taking a championship with how consistent he's been so far. But, I mean, the chase is always there, so we'll see. Things spread out once again. I think Blaze parked it. Yeah, Blaze parked it, so we're back down to 10 cars. Alpha being our pace car driver. Looks like Saturn's going to be able to kind of break away. It's going to take a few laps. Top of the hour, going to be battling with Saints. Saints wasn't able to make it, and I believe, I don't know if it was Auto Club or Vegas that he wasn't able to attend due to the last chance qualifiers, but it was one of those 2 races. I mean, when someone had to DNF, as someone's got some loud radio outside. You hope you don't hear that, but someone's got a nice loud radio. Saints is gonna go on the inside, try to take away third. And oh, there goes my dog. Someone must be here. Coma still leads. Avento's hanging with him, though. To his credit, Avento's staying about the same distance away from Coma. Hasn't really dropped back, but it hasn't gained any, as my dog's still going crazy. I do apologize. Can't really control it right now. Saints again holding on to third. Saturn looks like she's kind of going to follow with instead of fighting for it, and then Top rounding out the top 5. Bead up to 6th place. Running a one-off. And Trooper, let's see. Trooper's hanging back in 7th. Hasn't had such a good run on this second one. And you had Goose back here, Dark, and then surprisingly right now hanging in last, TCT. Struggling with this little group and now hanging up towards the back. And my dog's still trying to make his voice known. So far, 20 laps or so about on these tires. Green on lap 28. So yeah, about 20 laps on these tires so far. And these things can go about 40, 50, 60 if you really wanted them to. Not quite the halfway. So Goma continuing the lead here. We'll see how long this run lasts for. Saints kind of catching up to Avento. So it looks like Saints might be one of the faster cars on the track. And Avento saying he's going to pit this time. And we know Avento always on the undercut. Always looking for the undercut. So Avento in this time. We'll keep our eye on him. He does not speed down pit lane. I mean, we'll see. The undercut didn't work in D2, but Avento is one of the masters of strategy in AIRL. You can see him getting into his box there. We'll see who is next to come in. Is Avento now leaving pit road? Coma into the wall. As we look back through the field, Trooper able to get by Bede this time. So now Trooper up to 5th. Bede rooting on Trooper. I heard someone else on pit lane. Not sure who it was. It was Goose. Goose on pit lane. Coma, Saints, Top, then Saturn. Ooh, Saints into the wall hard on the exit of turn 1. A leg spike. And here comes Goose trying the undercut. Going to be mixed in with this traffic now. We do have a blue flag rule. It means that you cannot interfere with the... I mean, Goose can't interfere with any of the drivers here, but he's going to be on faster tires. Not that much faster tires, but he's going to be on faster tires. It's going to be a matter of time until we see Alpha come out with it. I mean, Top's already asking for it, and Top's not even next to Goose. And I mean, Goose is holding up Top a little. I mean, not Top, Saints a little bit. But now it looks like Goose is going to be able to pull away. I think that's what Alpha was waiting for. So Goose will start to pull away. 2 laps down for Goose. Not sure why he went 2 down unless he got caught speeding. But I didn't see any messages. And oh boy, Saints coming in this time. I mean, Coma and Goose are going to be both racing each other here real quick. Coma's probably just going to let him by. Not even going to try to race with them. Saints going to be coming in this time. We'll see if anyone else decides to join. Ooh, a little bit fast. Gets the car down to speed, though. And it's that blue line that we got to worry about. And looks like Coma, yeah, we'll just let Goose on by without any problem. Ooh. Top in. With the next car to pit on this first green flag run of the race. Again, last pit stop was around lap 28. 27. And that is a slow pit road. And Saturn's the next up in 4th. He's pretty far back compared to Coma. A whole turn 3 and 4 away. see Top sitting in pit lane. Vento is going to be starting to go through the field. He's right here with Dark, and oh, Dark going up the racetrack. I mean, that's kind of the line once you have those tires. Vento able to do a whole lot more, and you can see already how far he's gone. See TCT, he's going to be up next for Vento, and TCT and Bede coming up. Oh, TCT coming in hot. Gets it down to speed, but ooh, man, was he close. Bede also in. So these will be the next two cars. We'll see how long Saturn stays out. And I don't think Como's going to come in this time. Does Saturn come in this time? No, he's going to stay out. So this is right in the middle of the fuel run. This is going to be very interesting to watch and see where everyone comes out at and how spaced apart everyone's going to be. CTCT just now getting away from his pit box now. I mean, Trooper still stayed out. Oh, there we go. Saturn in this time. He'll be the next one to come down pit road. See, oh, Dark came in as well. You can see him in the 29. That leaves Coma and I believe Trooper as the last two cars not to pit. And Trooper will be coming in this time, same as Coma. And theoretically, this should be the last stop for a lot of these drivers that pit past lap 60. Some of the drivers might have to go a little bit longer. Of course, that also... Oh, Coma didn't come in this time. Well, Trooper, in fact, does come in this time. We'll keep our eye on Coma. Maybe Coma set it to trick Trooper to go in. But it looks like Coma stays out again. So maybe it was a trick. How about that? Maybe he had something. Maybe he was talking about something when in Rack at Talladega. Coma will be coming in this time, though. Just a couple laps later. So we'll have to watch where he comes out at. This is where Avento is. And Avento is going to be... he's the next car. So we'll have to watch where Coma comes out at in relation to Avento. It's going to be pretty close, I think. Oh man, maybe it won't. And there goes Avento. He's going to take the lead. Coma. Where's he going to come out at? He's going to come out fourth. Right with Top. Wow. So the undercut is going to give Avento a big lead over Saints. I mean, that's 5 seconds on Saints, and then it's 8 seconds on Top and Coma. Wow. So Avento, but I mean, Avento did pit really early. So will Avento be able to get this thing to the end? That's gonna be the question. And of course, Avento, driver of lag. So I mean, will his lag plague him like it did in New Hampshire last season? We'll have to see. Because, I mean, Avento in a very similar spot here. Could be in a very similar spot here, just depending on how the end of this race turns out. So Coma and Top, they're going to be battling for a little bit. This is when it's going to get pretty boring, folks, though. I will say that. I'll give you that heads up. But, you know what? I'll be right back. Apologize for the absence, is taking care of the things. But Coma catching up to Saints. We'll see how long it takes them to catch up. But Vento still with the lead. Actually extended the lead up to 5 seconds on Saints. Of course, Coma, the on freshest tires of anyone in the race so far. You can see how spread out this race actually is. And Alpha giving a friendly reminder, everyone, to keep it off the wall. Still a lot of laps ahead of us. We'll see if there is a second round of pit stops or not. I mean, I'm just thinking about it. You know, 50, you get down to about 50% after around 40 to 50 laps. And halfway was at lap 60, and that's when a lot of drivers came in. That's going to be another 60 laps to the end. So maybe with around 10 to go, we might start to see people blowing up their tires. Now, if you blow a tire, it isn't automatically a caution, but you're going to be forced to pit down pit run. We've seen that the cars kind of freak out when you blow a tire. And Coma on the chase to get caught up to Avento. It's got around Saints, and man, you can just see the speed difference of those fresher tires. So the undercut may work here early, but we'll see if Coma can keep it up. Not sure why my mic's so sensitive all of a sudden. So about 40 laps to go. Oh, Coma into the wall and rides it pretty big time there. And he says lag. So Coma having a rare lag spike. But with 40 laps to go this time by, let's go through the field. Avento up front. One of the fastest cars of the day, but not the fastest car of the day, as Coma's proved early in that first run. Avento able to keep up with Coma, but not able to get around and pass. Of course, still holding up that 3-second spot on Coma, so we'll see how long Avento keeps that space for. And then Coma, of course, fastest car on the track. He's got the freshest tires, and you can see he just cut it by half a second there. And up and into the wall again. See if Alpha starts penalizing people or giving out warnings for that, but I think Avento's starting to lag too. And come on, back to 2 seconds. And Avento, yeah, is lagging. And he said it in chat. He's starting to lag. He's been getting into the wall a lot. Someone trying to call Avento or something. I don't know what's going on there. But let's go continue through the field. Saints and Top hanging out 3rd and 4th. I think Saints is in the spot he should probably be in right now. Really fast today. It was kind of unexpectedly fast. And same with Top, except I think Top knew that he was fast, and we all kind of knew that he was fast. But 2 rookies kind of making a difference here in AIRL. You look back even farther, Saturn looking for another top 5 on the season. So far, it's finished in the top 5 all 3 races or 4 races or whatever race we're on. Trooper was good in the start of the race, but ever since really part of that first little part, especially after that second caution, just been hanging out in the back. He's right now up to 6th place, which isn't too bad, but kind of just been hanging back here. And B just been hanging out towards the rear of the pack. Really here just for those points. B, I think, is the highest points performing Andretti car right now. And then TCT not having the day he wants. He's been hanging back here for a long while, sitting right now in 8th. Has been able to get around Goose and Dark, but he's been struggling. Qualified 2nd, had a fast lap in qualifying, but just been struggling here. And battle for the lead no longer. Coma able to get by Avento without a problem, and now it's going to be Avento chasing with 34 laps to go. And I think Avento has to take another pit stop. There's no way he can make this car last to the end, but Coma can make it to the end. He pit as late as possible on that second run, which was probably the right move. And Avento probably shouldn't have done that undercut. It's only a matter of time until Saints, Top, and maybe even Saturn catch up. We'll have to keep our eye on these guys, but yeah, Coma, you can just see already flying away. Trooper's starting to catch up to Saints. So we're going to have a battle for 3rd here in a little bit. Saints going out wide. And, oh, man, Avento in again with 32 laps to go. An interesting call by Avento. Maybe a strategy to throw off other people. I don't know. That's so interesting. I don't think anyone else has to pit. It's going to be close. But I think people are going to be able to make it to the end. We might see some lone tires, but I don't know. I mean, in practice, TCT was able to get down to 6%. Now, Saints coming in this time. They don't think they can make it. Will the second undercut work? Man, this is interesting. Saints a little slow getting in, but in without a problem. TCT maybe catching up to B. These 3 kind of all just been hanging equidistant apart. So, with under 30 to go, a pit stop will definitely get you to the end of the race. Man, this is gonna get interesting. Just gonna have to wait and watch everyone to go down pit road. Top into pit road this time. Oh boy. Goose as well. So Saturn up to second place. Trooper third, Bead fourth, TCT fifth. And everyone else has gone down pit road. And this is... $25 to go here at Phoenix, and this one's going to turn into a fuel strategy race. Or pit strategy, not fuel strategy, sorry. I think it's right. I'm in rack mode there. Oh, Bead coming in this time. He'll be in the next one to go down pit road. Vento's still complaining about lag, and actually Vento's with Goose. Now Goose is 2 laps down instead of just a 1. Ooh, and Vento probably not too happy to be racing with them right now. And ooh, a tap. You know, I wouldn't really be happy if I was a Vento either. Just gonna be waiting on the next car to come down. And that will be dark. So, Dark, the next one to come down pit lane. Man, can they make it to the finish? Ooh, Trooper getting a track bump back there. Man. There's Dark coming out now. 20 laps to go. And this has turned into an interesting strategy race. Saturn, Trooper, TCT, and Coma, the 4 cars that have not pit yet. And TCT's in heavy traffic right now. I mean, he's going to have to just let him go by because they're so much faster than him. But and TCT, if TCT can stay out to the end, then he's going to go from being like in 10th, 9th, 8th to being 4th. That'll be a good finish for him. But that's if they can stay out. I mean, they're still staying out with 18 laps to go. Now, 17 laps to go. That's how far back everyone is. No one making any indication of pitting. Ooh. Saturn staying out. TCT with more traffic. It's going to have Bede come by. And if we just take a look at Trooper's back here. He's got all this traffic going by him. And then Saturn's going to have Dart coming by as well. So we'll see. Another 15 laps left here at Phoenix for the Fan Shield 120. And it's coming down pretty similar to how it was in D2 in the WeatherTech series, where it's going to be all down to strategy, where the longer run potentially might be worth it. It's just how long is long enough, and was Coma out for long enough? You know, if Ballin was here, and, you know, we'd have no contest. As now Trooper heads down pit lane. That leaves 3 cars left in this race that have not pit. And it's going to be the S-Rank Motorsports cars. Can S-Rank Motorsports, can they do it? Can they make it to the end of this race without pitting? TCT is falling like a rock, though. Now Top and Saints are going to be passing by. And that's 6th and 8th place. Oh, sorry, 7th and 8th place. Not too many more cars to pass by TCT. I mean, we only got 12 laps to go. We're going to have to keep our eye on these guys unless they might blow a tire. That's what range we're probably looking at. Although, we don't know. We'll say that our prediction, because we don't... Oh, Coma. Lagging. Big time lag spike there on the front straightaway for Coma. Saturn going on by. And, you know, TCT has to stay out at this point, I almost think. Because if he comes in now, he drops to probably 10th. He's probably going to go 2 laps down, be behind Goose, and you can see how much he's struggling with the car right here. And Coma complaining about lag. I mean, it's starting to plague the server pretty bad. We could see it over here on our end. I mean, it's getting pretty bad. Evento asking for a blue flag on Dark. Dark being 2 down, but faster. Alpha so far has not given out any blue flags or anything. And so we're probably just going to let him go by right here. Man, this is going to be interesting. And Alpha's saying that, yeah, Dark's got fresher tires. And there it goes. Now the blue flag will come out for Dark. Dark's going to have to let Evento stay in front because Goose is coming up quick. And Goose is also going to have to... I don't know how this is going to work because Goose is also 2 down. And then Evento's 1 down on Saturn. And Saturn's right back there. I mean, Evento's got nothing to worry about on Bede. Bede's all the way back here now passing Saturn. Oh, Saturn with the lag spike. Catches it out of turn 2. That could have been bad. We keep going. And then, yeah, I got to keep our eyes on these 3 because they just keep staying out longer and longer and longer. Can they make it? 7 laps to go, coming up on 6. I will say they are in the tire blowing risk area for their tire percentage. So it is only a matter of time, and we don't know what's going to come first, whether they're going to blow their tire or are they going to make it to the finish. Blowing a tire now is your race over. This is a gamble and a half by S-Rank Motorsports. And we're just going to have to keep looping through these 3 cars. Coma under 40% tire. And Goose and Darking reminded that they have to keep it off the wall. Mostly Goose got into the wall there. Five laps to go. And this is getting... Oh, man. There they go into the wall again. I'm surprised Alpha's not throwing warnings out, penalties for the wall. Especially after he specified... Ooh, Dark sends it in on Goose. And oh, Dark into the grass. Oh, almost tags Goose. They keep it going. That could have been devastating for S-Rank Motorsports. Actually, no, it wouldn't be devastating because everyone else is still a lap down. Yeah, and now Dark's gonna get a warning. It was probably lag. And again, we're gonna check up on our three cars. Coma's still going fine. Saturn's still going fine. TCT still going fine. 3 to go. Coming up on 2 to go. Can they make it to the finish? Once you get to the white, this race will be finalized, and this is going to be crazy. Coma coming around turn 4. That car going super slow. 1 lap to go. This race is finalized. Now they just got to make it. Saturn and TCT still fine, and Coma just taking care of it. He is not pushing at all. He's got 8 seconds on Saturn, 15 seconds on Saturn, and then TCT still really far back as well. And out of turn 4, Coma able to make it go the distance. He's going to win here at Phoenix. And the tire... Oh, Saturn blew a tire! Saturn into the wall, but they have such a gap, and it's not going to matter. TCT's still going. Saturn's going to cross the line in 2nd place with a blown tire. And TCT, 1 more corner to take it home. He'll be the last driver to cross the line. He's going to take it home 3rd. 25 seconds back. How do they make that one work? And you can see Saturn down a tire. Wow. And it looks like, and then Como gonna have to do his burnouts. And now there it goes. Coma burning it down here in Phoenix. He goes all the way down to turn 1. And he's still burning it down. I'm waiting for them to get out of their voice chat and go and be ready for an interview, but no one wants an interview, I guess. We're just waiting on Comica, folks. We're just waiting on him. There he is. All right. Oh, and Vento stealing your car, but Coma making the strategy work, holding out as long as you did on that first green flag stop. I guess it worked out for you in the end, didn't it?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was doubting Yummy's strategy. Even from his absence, he is the GOAT. Because not only did I come out fourth, I came out like fucking 7-8 seconds behind Evento in first, and I was like, yeah, I gotta battle top, and then I gotta get the Saints, and then after all that, then I gotta make 4 seconds up on Evento. But apparently I can never doubt the Kui, because the difference that it made with how early Evento pit and how late I did was just, I caught him in almost an instant and then just blew by him. And then all of us we knew that we were going to pit later than everybody else because we knew the threshold to make it a one stop, and it couldn't have worked better. 1, 2, and 3. 3 cars showed up because Krieger's currently out of state. Pink, unfortunately, his luck just gets worse and worse every week, getting pulled out of something. But the 3 of us that showed up, we made the absolute most of it. I couldn't be prouder. And once again, just like last week, I got to give a huge shout out to Yummy. Just doesn't even have to be here. He's still the best.
Right, and then were you worried with these laps closing down about tire blowing? I mean, Saturn blew the tire, but I mean, I guess with as much of a gap as you had, there wasn't really anything to worry about.
It would really just depend on how it would handle after the fact. Because, I mean, if I lose to my teammates, oh well. Unfortunate. They get more points. We all get more points. They get another win. Not really that big of a deal. But I don't think I would have lost an entire lap and then got passed again for it to really matter. So, I mean, worst case scenario would have ended up third and had one of them take it. But luckily, tires held out. I was at 31% on the right front with about 700 milliliters of fuel left. So plenty on that end. I was having to do the math because I was like, I feel like this is not enough. And then, but we're only losing like fucking 30 a lap. So I was like, oh, never mind. I'm completely fine. So strategy winning us out once again. Pretty rare to see for me. But it's all the Kui. It is all the help of Mr. Kui.
All right. Well, Coma, congrats on the win. Anything else to add on for tonight?
So proud of the team. Saturn, TCT both did great. Maybe, I mean, I don't know what I'm trying to say. You know, another world, they could have gotten the win, but I think for right now, we're all happy just letting each other shine. TCT was talking earlier. He was like, I'm going for that championship. I'm like, Well, second's wide open, but you got to do more to get me. Well, I'll closing statements. So proud of the team. S rank is still on top, baby.
All right. Well, thank you, Coma. Get out of here. And let's get Evento here in the broadcast booth. Oh, that's TCT. Sorry, you're later. I can't move Evento. Oh, there you are. All right, Vento, where are you?
Right. The choose con.
Juicecon? Oh, there you are. All right, Evento. Well, it turns out the undercut was not the strategy for tonight. Still coming
Yeah.
out with a fourth place finish, but did you? I mean, you had to have thought that undercut would have worked.
Yeah. Like, I got notes since then. I think it was Nash. No, not Nashville. It was a track where with fight ago if I had a 5 second lead and then I lagged and finished it basically last. I knew how strong undercut was, and then I was like, the same strategy that worked for CH Fan in Las Vegas was the same strategy for here because of the same laps. However, I did not expect for for the tires to run to be less durable the longer I ran, so I had to basically, uh, because my plan was if tire hit 65%, I got a pit, and I had to pit when my tire was at 60%, or else I would be finito by the end of the race, which I still got bad because my tire finished at 59% by the end of it. I was like counting down the laps. I was like, ain't no way they are not gonna pit. Like, it's mathematically almost impossible because punctures started at 55%, and they were like, and I was like, they are playing with fire. Each lap counted down. They were playing with fire, and in World of Gambling, sometimes that work. Sadly for my team, it didn't. I also got pretty surprised how Bob did well, finally showing that speed. I don't know what happened to him because I was trying to avoid lag as much as possible, and he got eighth. But he was strong in the middle part. Uh, Other than that, GG's to Come and his team, and hope we can do the same thing that we did now for the next race, but better.
All right, thank you, Evento. I mean, fourth place not so bad, but probably should have been a little bit higher up on the board. All right, thank you,
Yeah.
Evento. Let's go and get someone that was towards the rear of the field. Let's get Dark up and in here. Dark, where are you?
I'm by my pit box.
Oh, there you are. These pit boxes are very weird.
I know.
All right, Dark. Kind of hanged out towards mid pack all day, but it seems like the last two positions are unofficial, and that's going to be you and Goose. What happened there in those closing laps?
Well, with 2 to go, I shoved them into 4, not intentional. Just I missed my braking point a little bit, and nothing happened on the final lap. I guess the Alphas hung up on that, but either way, it gets sliced. It's first top 10 finish. Not the performance I really wanted. I feel like if I got turn 1 better a bit earlier, I could have kept up, but Phoenix isn't really my track. I'm just happy to walk away with some good points.
Right, and then of course, I think we're having an off week. I don't know, but thoughts on the next track, that Japanese road course that we're going to?
Uh, unexpected track. Might be a little bit exciting. I'm gonna be doing double duty to get some practice. Not a track I've ever driven on before, ever. So might see a first time winner. Probably won't be me, but I'm pretty good at road courses when the setup is good. I did qualify good at the Road America tryouts, but I screwed myself on like turn 2 and 3. But overall, I think might be an interesting race. I just don't understand why we're taking an off week. Uh,
Right, I don't
Whatever Alpha
either.
wants, I guess.
Yeah, right. Well, Dark, good luck on future races, and probably not a great finish today, but hey, gotta find the light, and even when there isn't much.
Yeah, I gotta stay positive.
All right. All right, and let's finish this off with TCT. I actually didn't want to give him an interview, but I actually said, "Oh, you're next." But all right, let's get TCT up here. TCT, where are you?
Oh, hello.
Hello. Oh, I see you're with Coma and Evento.
Yes. Let me set the stage for you. Here you go.
All right, thank you, thank you. Ooh. All right, TCT. Wild strategy, isn't it? That got you to third
Yeah, it
place.
was.
Now, before we talk about strategy, what happened there in the second half of the race? I mean, you were up front battling for second, third, fourth, and then all of a sudden we see you hanging back 9th, 10th, and 8th back there. What happened?
I just got shoved to the outside and I got freight trained. Really couldn't done anything else there. I was like, once you're stuck on the outside, everyone just blocked the inside lane, so I couldn't make a run, couldn't do anything with it. And then I got spun. Well, no, I got wall popped and saved it and did a little strategy that got me third. And I was praying on my tire to not blow, but other than that, it was a good race.
What were your tires at? I'm curious. Coma said his was like 30 something. Where were your tires at? It really did look like you were struggling with them.
I was at 39 when I crossed the line.
Man. Playing with
We
fire.
did
I mean,
practice.
yeah, I mean, I know that you in particular did a full tire run and you got really lucky with the 6%, but I mean, how worrying is it when you're with like 5, 7
Oh,
laps to go and your tires are in that area where we know that they can blow, and you know
Oh,
you didn't have as much room as Saturn and Coma did, but
No, the whole time I was worrying, like, are these people gonna pass me back? Are they gonna take the position away from me? Like, I'm really hoping I keep my third place here. I want to stay consistent, but we did it. We stayed third. We did the best we could, and you know what? That's great with me. I really wanted a top 5 today. Top 3 is even better. And I really got to shout out our team, S Rank Motorsports. We really went all out with the strategy. Yummy comes up with most of our strats, and he gave Coma a really good strategy, and I gotta say, it worked for him flawlessly. He caught right back up to everyone else, and I gotta really hand it to Coma. He can drive a car, even if he really hates the racetrack. But
right.
but I kind of was hoping to stay up front and hopefully get a better position. But you know what? When you get third, beating everyone else a lap down, I'll take it. It's what I can get, and I gotta say, sometimes you just can't doubt yourself. You just gotta trust your car rather than your drive. No, you gotta trust your driving a lot more than the car, but just trust your tires. That's it. Lesson of the day.
All right.
If you feel like you can do it, you can do it. But that's enough me yapping. You probably want to continue with other people, but yeah, S rank, baby. Woo!
Still on top as I guess the term for your team, but yeah, third place. Congrats. Crazy strategy, and I guess that was the more of the story for this week is go long, not
Yeah.
short. All right, thank you,
Have
TCT.
Phoenix, dude.
Yeah, have Phoenix. All right, so thank you, TCT.
Have a good day.
Yep, you too. We'll let you go away, and that wraps it up here. There's no more interviews. I don't want any more interviews, but that wraps it up here at Phoenix. Thank you all for watching. Very strategy race again, just like we saw in D2. Came down to strategy. Turns out going longer is way better than going shorter, especially here. But coming up next is Tsuzuka. I don't know. It's Japanese. It's a road course. It's somewhere in Japanese land. So we'll see if that's next week. I'll update you guys hopefully tomorrow with MRL if it's going to be next week or in 2 weeks, because Alpha's threatening a off week next week. But so far, first 4 races of the season, all 4 have been pretty good. A little bit on the boring side, but hey, that's better than being on the chaotic and infuriating side. So that's going to wrap it up from me. Congrats to Coma for getting the second win on the season. S-Ring Motorsports goes 4 for 4 on the races. And yeah, tune in tomorrow for MRL. They're going to be at Auto Club. But again, that wraps up for me. Like, subscribe, comment, do all that fun stuff. And we will see you tomorrow and hopefully next week. See you guys.